would like to remind everyone to please make sure that all cell phones are turned off to the off or vibrate position, and also please be advised that our city council meetings are broadcast on Comcast Channel 99, AT&T U-verse, the City of Gadsden YouTube channel, and WMGJ Radio. This meeting of the Gadsden City Council will now come to order. The chair calls on City Clerk Alvin Nelson for the roll call.
Councilwoman Toles.
Here.
Councilman Williams is in the building. I'm assuming he'll be here shortly. Councilman Worthy.
Here.
Back.
Here.
Wilson.
Here.
Cannon.
Here.
And Reed.
Here.
We have a quorum present, and our meeting is open for business. I'm going to ask Shane Ellison to lead the invocation. Please stand and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Let us pray. Father, we are thankful for the day that you've given us, for the opportunities presented before us always, for how you watch over us and guide us. Help us always to be mindful of your will as we do the city's business, the business of the citizens, and just help this council and the mayor's administration to make wise decisions that are pleasing to you. I pray for all those in attendance today, Lord. Just bless them, and we give thanks. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The chair will entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the Public Safety Committee work session and council meeting that was held on January the 8th.
So moved.
Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to approve minutes.
The chair will entertain a motion to ratify payments of accounts for the week of January the 4th through 10th.
So moved.
Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to ratify payment of the accounts.
Proclamation.
I'd like to ask Jamie Miller to come up, please. I have a proclamation here for Mr. Miller, and also there's one other person here, I think, who was involved in some of this. Earl Curtis.
Come on up, Earl. Yeah.
He's sort of shy. I've known him since he was about 6. He lived across the street from me, and I used to have to spank him a lot when he got out. Whereas Jamie Miller was born in Aniana on September 20th, 1954, to Sam and Edna Miller, graduating from Aniana High School in 1972 and attaining an associate degree in applied science from Gadsden State Community College. He is married to Kimberly Taylor Miller, and they have 2 daughters, Ashley and Courtney. Whereas his association with the Etowah County Rescue Squad has provided Jamie with the opportunity to pursue training as well as opportunities to serve the public. His area of expertise include diving, open water and swift water rescue, search, medical and disaster assistance, pursued through the Alabama Law Enforcement Agency, ALEA, Alabama Fire College, Emergency Management, in association with others. Jamie has a strong belief in helping others in their time of need, not expecting anything in return, but knowing that God chose him to do at certain times for the good of someone else. He was a CPR instructor with the local Goodyear Tire and Rubber Company plant, and also fulfilled several different roles in responding to all types of local and national disasters, receiving commendations for his dedicated and skillful work. Whereas early in 1999, Jamie and a fellow certified diver, David Minton, were working on an underground pool at the Gadsden Waterworks and Sewer Board water treatment plant when an accident occurred and David was swept into a drain pipe. Jamie was able to locate him, bring him out to the surface, and revive him through repeated attempts. Jamie is also a basketball official and football official for national, state, and collegiate, as well as local sporting events. In November of 2018, he accompanied other Gadsden Basketball Association officials, including Earl Curtis, to a game in Pennington at Bluntsville High School. While officiating, Earl experienced chest pain and left the court when his condition worse, collapsing on his way to the officials' locker room. Jamie assisted in providing CPR and administering treatment through an AED device. He convinced his friend Earl to go to the hospital in an ambulance, an additional life-saving act due to Earl's subsequent need for 3 additional heart shocks before admitting to the hospital. Therefore, I, Sherman Guyton, Mayor of the City of Gadsden, Alabama, on behalf of the City Council and our citizens, do hereby proclaim Tuesday, January 5th, 2019, is Jamie Miller Day in the City of Gadsden, recognizing his many years of dedication and service to our community and expressing gratitude for his life-saving actions on behalf of the individuals involved in these 2 specific events, as well as others. Congratulations. Thank you very much. If you want to say anything to you can. Do you want to say anything?
Not much. I'm just glad that Daryl's here to be able to witness this. And, God uses us, as instruments, no matter who we are or what we're wearing, to help people. And that's what it's all about. That's what you folks are elected to do. God's put y'all in these seats to do a good job, and I'm sure you will. And I just thank you, and thank you for all of this, and thankful that he's walking and talking.
Earl's a big speaker. You want to speak, Earl?
I'd just like to thank Jamie for what he did and what they did for me up at the school. Pretty bad experience, but this worked out pretty good so far. So just remember Jamie and them at the Edward County Rescue Squad. They need the help. They do volunteer work, so they do a good job. If they're as good as Jamie, then they're pretty good. I'd just like to thank them, and thanks for this. Thank you very much.
Good man.
At this time, we have a special presentation by Jana Downs. Is it Jana or Jana? Did I say it wrong?
Hi, I'm Jana Downs, and I'm with Project Search, and these are my coworkers, Christy Smith and Lainey Bowman, and I'm going to let Christy Smith tell you a little bit about our program.
Hi, Project Search is an internship at Gadsden Regional Medical Center where we take individuals that may have a physical or mental disability in the age range of 18 to 24, and we put them in an internship program. What we do is we teach them job skills. We teach them soft skills, everything they need to succeed. So we take them in a 9-month program, and the outcome is employment. Right now, we are at a 90% employment rate for people with disabilities.
Today, I would like to bring up two that are hired by the city of Gadsden that went through our program. So, Jamie, come on up. And Jonathan, come on up. Today, this is an honor, a big honor, to be able to really show you what our program has been able to accomplish with two individuals that's working for the city. Jamie is working at the library, and Jonathan is working for the Parks and Recreation Division here in the city. So Jamie actually got an award at the Governor's Committee. What was that award, Jamie?
I got
Employee of the Year. So that is a huge, huge deal for you, Jamie. Employee of the Year. So I don't want to take too much time, but we want to say thank you to the city of Gadsden and for what you all have done working alongside us with our program, Project Search, which is at Gadsden Regional Medical Center. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I would just like to also say that that is a great thing for the city. There was a film that the National Geographic put out a long time ago that I was able to view, and it was What's Right with the World. And it showed the different things that's what's right with the world. And so I would just like to say, for Gadsden, there's a lot of things that are right with Gadsden. There are more things that are right than that are wrong. And so we appreciate what all the agencies, what all the people do in our city to make things better. And we definitely appreciate the young people who are taking the time and the effort to participate in the various programs that will help them to continue to be lifelong learners and lifelong citizens. As we continue with our agenda, we have unfinished business, and we have our first, not our first, but an ordinance authorizing conveyance of property located at 911 Vincent Avenue in District 2. And this ordinance was tabled for 7 days on January the 8th. What is the pleasure of the council?
Madam President, I'd like to entertain a motion that we table this item indefinitely.
Second.
Any discussion? Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to table the ordinance indefinitely, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries for an indefinite table.
This is the time and place as advertised to conduct a public hearing allowing anyone to speak in opposition to or in favor of a resolution ordering abatement of nuisance on property located at 733 Brookside Drive in District 3. And this is U.S. Bank, N.A. as trustee for LSF 9 Master Participation Trustee in care of Caliber Home Loans Incorporated, and Tommy E. Pearson being the last known owners. Is there anyone to speak in opposition to this resolution? Is there anyone to speak in favor?
Madam President, I'm Brian Harbison with the Building Department. First of all, let me say that Tommy Pearson's name most likely has appeared in error as far as the owners. All the other names are correct. We'll make sure that is corrected before the resolution is actually recorded and mailed. We started this case involving a house that's been under remodel or rehab. We've worked two different owners, dealt with a contractor from Texas, which pulled a permit in January a year ago. The outside of the house is really not that bad as far as the appearance, but it's not secure. The front doors are just basically hanging on. There's some other issues around the back of the house. These houses are so close together. So we've initiated the case based on complaints from the neighbor. There've been no improvements that we can tell. Today, we're asking for a resolution to abate the nuisance. Thank you.
What is the pleasure of the council?
I'm gonna ask, I just got off the phone with Mr. Pearson, and he doesn't own the house, and the numbers are mixed up. First, I was gonna go ahead on and abate it, but I wanna wait, table it for 7 days till we get this straightened out, to make sure his name is not on there. So just, if y'all will indulge me in 7 days till we fix this problem. Make a motion.
Second.
Second.
Is there any discussion?
Brian, could that be a rehab?
It could. When everything works and we have a resolution, we'll definitely crunch the numbers and see if we can.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, the neighbors have been complaining about this house for a while, and I've been complaining to Mr. Harbison for a while, so.
So it's basically owned by a company, not an individual.
Right.
Okay. Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to table the resolution for 7 days, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to table for 7 days.
Our next public hearing is a resolution or an abatement of nuisance on property located at 3501 Forest Avenue, and this is in District 6. Gregory Keith Peters, State of Alabama, redemption right to Regina Lynn Price, Wesley O. Price, are their heirs, and if deceased being the last known owners. Is there anyone to speak in opposition to this resolution? Is there anyone to speak in favor?
Madam President, this case involves a burned structure. We filed it in August of last year. It was a demolition permit taken out in September by the owner. My understanding is they're having some issues with the dumpster company. Regardless, the nuisance exists, and we're asking for a resolution today to abate. Thank you.
What is the pleasure of the council?
I make a motion that we give them 30 days, please. Like Mr. Harbison said, they have got a dumpster on site, and they have started the demolition themselves, and they did get a demolition permit. They're just trying to get the company that gave them the dumpster, supplied the dumpster, to come and dump it where they can start back filling it again. As you can see, the picture showed that it looked like the dumpster was still full.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to table the resolution for 30 days, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to table for 30 days.
Our next public hearing is a resolution or an abatement of nuisance on property located at 2312 Hill Avenue in District 6. And this is Tamika Keith and Trevette Keith Beck and Hunt Residential LLC in the state of Alabama being the last known owners. Is there anyone to speak in opposition to this resolution? Is there anyone to speak in favor?
Madam President, this case involves abandoned vehicles and vehicle parts. We've had 3 separate cases in the past 2 years. We've been to municipal court. We've been unsuccessful in getting the nuisance abated, so we're asking today for a resolution to allow us to abate. Thank you.
What
Mr.
is-
President, if I might add to that, this was the same people that came last week before us that had all the cars on the lot beside them also.
Did we abate that last time too?
No, sir, we abated it, but, oh ma'am, I'm sorry, Mr. Harbison, I talked with him today and said the cars are still on the property.
What is the pleasure of the council?
Move to abate.
Second.
Any discussion? Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
Our next public hearing is a resolution or an abatement of nuisance, and this is on property located at 3417 Sudi Avenue in District 6. Force Investment LLC being the last known owners. Is there anyone who would like to speak in opposition? Is there anyone who would like to speak in favor?
Madam President, this case involves commercial building. There are several of these scattered out through the Walnut Park area. This case and the one I'll present to you momentarily are actually in a neighborhood business district. They're just abandoned. This particular case is unsecure. You can see where folks have been going in and out and taking and leaving things. And there's been no improvement since we started our case in May of last year. There are no permits. We're asking today for a resolution to abate this nuisance.
What is the pleasure of the council?
Move to abate.
Second.
Any discussion? Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
Our final public hearing is a resolution or an abatement of nuisance on property located at 3419 Sudi Avenue in District 6. And this is Ulyss Comer or his heirs, if deceased being the last known owners. Is there anyone who would like to speak in opposition to this resolution? Anyone like to speak in favor?
Madam President, this case also involves commercial building immediately next door to the previous picture just sent around. Two different owners. There have been no improvements. We filed it in May of last year. There are no permits to improve, and we're asking today for a resolution to abate this nuisance.
What is the pleasure of the council?
Council President, I move to abate with the exception that we give them 30 days. They've got some stuff in the building that they need to clean out, and Mr. Cromer has passed away a couple of years back, and I talked with them last night late, and they assured me they would have everything out of that building within 30 days. And I talked with Mr. Harbison today, and he said he'd give them 30 days.
So what are you gonna do?
I moved to abate with Mr. Harbison giving them 30 days to get their belongings out of them. It's kind of an unusual case here. But they-
Second.
Any discussion? Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
Resolution authorizing a budget amendment of the 2017 Emergency Solution Grant. The Love Center has requested that $25,000 be de-obligated from the amount the agency will receive as a subrecipient of the grant. And this will change the total 2017 ESG award from $200,000 to $175,000. The chair will entertain a motion to adopt this resolution.
So moved.
Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
Is there any new business?
Yes, Madam President, I have a series of resolutions here addressing some paving projects. in and around the Gadsden High School, Black Creek Parkway area. The first would be a resolution authorizing the payment to ALDOT in the amount of $491,612.99 for the city's required match of 20% to construct the widening and resurfacing of South 11th Street from Black Creek Parkway to near Piedmont Avenue.
Second.
You asked for unanimous consent.
I'd like unanimous consent.
Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to consider the resolution today as an item of new business, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, consent has been granted.
Move for adoption.
All right, I move to adopt.
Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
Madam President, I have another resolution authorizing an agreement with the Alabama Department of Transportation to provide construction, engineering, and inspection services for the widening and resurfacing of South 11th Street from Black Creek Parkway to near Piedmont Avenue. I'd ask for immediate consideration.
Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to consider the resolution today as an item of new business, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, consent has been granted.
All right. What's next? Sorry. Call for the vote? Yeah, but we still got to vote for it.
Move to adopt.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
All right, and one more resolution authorizing an agreement with CDG Engineers, Inc., increasing the existing contract by an additional $12,149 for PE services required to reconstruct South 11th Street from Black Creek Parkway to the bridge at Black Creek. And I would ask for immediate consideration.
Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to consider the resolution today under new business, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, consent has been granted.
All right, I move to adopt.
Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
Is there any more new business?
Yes, Council President, I have one, please. It's an ordinance amending section 106-89 regarding move-outs and evictions of homeowners. I ask for unanimous consent, please.
Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to consider the ordinance today as an item of new business, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, we have unanimous consent for consideration.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the ordinance, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
Is there any more new business?
Mr. President, I have one. It's an ordinance, 007, amending rates for storage of vehicles for wreckers participating in the city's rotating system. Ask for unanimous consent to consider.
Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to consider the ordinance today as an item of new business, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, we have unanimous consent for consideration.
Now move to adopt.
Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the ordinance, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
Is there any more? Department reports, committee boards, we have Chief Carroll.
Last but not least. I'm Steve Carroll. I'm the fire chief for the city of Gadsden, and today I'm going to bring a report to you that I think is a feel-good report about our Toys from Santa program this year. This year, we helped 100 more children than we did last year, so we helped over 400 children this year in our Toys from Santa program. Even though our monetary contributions were down a little bit, we exceeded our donations in our toy drive, and so we were able to make every family very happy in what they got for Christmas this year. So I appreciate this council and the mayor for allowing us to participate in those activities each and every year. We have a couple of other charities that we sponsor each and every year, and without your help and sponsorship, we would not be able to do that and be able to contribute to those organizations. That, when you figure 417 children, and we do our drive after the Salvation Army and the rest of them has done their drive. So you can see there's a lot of children still in need of help in this, in Etowah County. And we try to help anyone who signs up in Etowah County that's not getting help from some other organization, and we run them through a clearinghouse to make sure that there's no abuse in that system going on. But there's a lot of people that helps contribute to those, and if y'all indulge me a few minutes, I got a list of people I would like to thank, because without their help, we would not be able to do this each and every year. Even though we do a roadblock, we want to thank each and every one who contributes to our roadblock while we're sitting down on the side of the road collecting money. And it's not to the fire department, it always goes to a charitable organization when we're on the side of the road. It's nothing coming straight to the department. It's going to either Toys from Santa or it's going to the Muscular Dystrophy campaign. So everything you see us doing out, it's always to help someone and benefit someone else. It's our way of giving back to the community for what they're doing for us as a fire service. So if you don't mind, I've got a list. Some of them I can pronounce, some of them I can't. But we're going to go down this list. The Santa Claus Society, Church of the Highlands. Church of the Highlands gave us a large amount of toys. In fact, they gave us 50 bicycles to distribute this year. So we were able to give out at least 50 bicycles, more than that really, because we bought some other bicycles through the Walmart campaign. Landcrafters, Red Knights Motorcycle Club, the Gadsden Country Club Duffers Devotional Group, All Turf, Etowah Realtors Association, Etowah County's Democratic Women's Society, Wind South Credit Union, Teachers Credit Union, Gadsden Regional Medical Center, Riverview Medical Center. Something unique in that this year, we competed the two hospitals together to see who could raise the most toys for us this year, and we got a large amount of toys from each one of them. Patrick Barber, Katie and Michael Canada, Bertie Owens, United Tool and Mold, Dallas Plumbing, Dollar General, Gail and Terry Maddock. All of these individuals gave $100 or more in their contributions to the campaign. And like I said, all the other dollars and $5 and $10 that was added into the boot during our boot drive, that makes our campaign successful. And we appreciate that. We want to thank the entire city and the county that contributed to those campaigns, and especially to you and the mayor and everybody in allowing us to continue these programs each and every year. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Madam President, I have a couple of reminders about the city election coming up next Tuesday. The deadline to apply for an absentee ballot is this Thursday at 5 p.m. And due to the holiday for Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. on Monday, a couple of the deadlines that changed. This Friday, the 18th, will be the last day for a voter to hand-deliver their regular absentee ballot or to apply for a business emergency absentee. Ballots that are mailed in must be postmarked by Saturday, January the 19th, and then we have to receive those by noon on Election Day. One more thing, I just wanted to list or say out loud all of the voting locations that the city uses. Antioch Family Life Center, Starnes Park Community Building, East Gadsden Community Center, Thompson Community Center, the former Gadsden High School lunchroom, Carver Community Center, Wallace Hall will be again in the classroom, room 144, Meadowbrook Family Life Center, Downtown Civic Center. This is a new location this time. We changed from Convention Hall to Downtown Civic Center. The Tabernacle Gym, Elliott Community Center, Walnut Park Community Center, and the Kiwanis Pavilion. We'll conduct the public test of the electronic vote counters this Wednesday at 4 p.m. And the test takes place at the storage location for the voting machines, which is at the Sheriff Department Training Center. That's at 145 Thomas Drive. And that's just off Highway 77 behind the factory. If you know where the factory is located, it's behind there. Thank you.
We have an announcement from the city engineer.
Thank you, ma'am. The Broad Street Bridge will be closed this Sunday morning, routine inspections, and then portions of the following Tuesday through Friday, we'll have some additional testing that we're going to do in preparations of the renovation project that's coming. So be aware of that.
How long will it be closed?
Sunday morning will be open, should be open by lunch, and then the Tuesday through Friday should be normal business hours. The company is only expecting to actually take about 2 or 3, maybe 2 and a portion of another day. So it won't be closed the whole time, but just be aware, obviously, if you see the barricades up, just find your reroute through Megan or, of course, back down 759, and we'll work to get that open as quickly as possible.
Due to the Martin Luther King holiday, next Monday's garbage will be picked up on Tuesday, and Tuesday's route will be collected on Wednesday. Thursday and Friday's route will be picked up on schedule. And also, due to the City of Gadsden referendum election on January the 22nd, council meeting will be held on Wednesday, January the 23rd. The work session will begin at 10 a.m. Council meeting will begin at 11 a.m. If there's nothing else to come before us, do I have a motion to adjourn? Oh, I'm sorry.
Ready to go?
Guess I don't want them to say anything. Comments from the council members. Start with Councilman Williams.
Thank you, Madam President. I don't know if Shane and the mayor are both gone, but I think
Shane back there.
Shane, I think the mayor's ball is this weekend, is it, or this Friday? Friday the 18th. Yeah. So again, do want to remind people to go out and support the mayor's ball again. That is a fundraising event that's held each year in the mayor's honor to support the Boys and Girls Club. So again, please be sure to support that event. It'll be at the venue, I think 7 p.m. 6 p.m., 6 to 10? Okay, all right, 6 to 10. And for those that need tickets to that event, they'll need to reach out to the Boys and Girls Club to get tickets. One point of just really sad news and another point of what I think is good news. Do want to send our condolences out to the Carter family and the family of the Birmingham police officer that was fatally injured, and also send our prayers out to the officer that's hospitalized with critical injuries. It just speaks to the level of risk that officers take every day, that they put their lives on the line for us. So I don't want to miss the opportunity to thank those who are currently serving, and let's continue to pray for that officer. And the last thing that I'll share is I had the privilege, I think, to attend a very, 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 very good basketball game on Saturday. Gadsden City High School and Etowah High School played the third of what has become a good rivalry and a renewal of a rivalry. So hats off to all those athletes who competed. Hats off also to those two coaches. And I do look forward, and I think it was probably one of the better officiated games that I've seen in some time. And again, I do want to commend the players, the coaches, and everybody involved in that event. It's a very good event, and I think everybody there got their money's worth. So, again, congratulations to them.
Councilman Worthy.
On that note, Gadsden City 2, Etowah 1, correct?
That's correct.
All right, to reiterate what the councilman was saying, our thoughts and prayers do go out to the Birmingham Police Department and the loss of one officer, and like he said, the other officer is still in the hospital. And sometime the police in his thankless job, but they let us know there's no routine calls. Every call, your life is in danger when it comes to policing. But I also want to go on and make two announcements. The Martin Luther King prayer breakfast will be on Monday, the 21st, from 9 to 11 at the Senior Activity, downtown Civic Center, formerly known as the Senior Activity Center. And also WMGJ will be putting on a annual Martin Luther King program that evening at 6 o'clock at the venue. And the keynote speaker will be the president of Talladega College, is that correct? Okay. And then I also want to give you the leaf schedule because I get a lot of calls about the leaves not being picked up. But right now they're in the Tuscaloosa Avenue area. When they leave there, they'll be going to North Gadsden area. Then when they leave North Gadsden, they'll be going to East Gadsden. When they leave East Gadsden, they'll be going to Country Club. When they leave there, they go to downtown Gadsden, then Oak Park, then South Gadsden, then Walnut Park, then Alabama City. And I don't know if that'll repeat. Maybe by then all the leaves will be up. So and that's on my Facebook post. They sent that email to us and I put it on Facebook so people can see where they'll be. All right, thank you.
Councilman Beck.
Also like to reiterate prayers and thoughts for the families in Birmingham and reiterate what other council members have said. That's a tough job and families are affected daily and we need to be mindful of that and keep our police department in our prayers as well. I wanted to also let you know that we mentioned last week, Councilman Toles and I are going to have a joint community district meeting, District 1 and District 4. My district is composed of 3 distinct neighborhoods. 28% of my vote of the registered voters, excuse me, are in East Gadsden over by the junior college and over in that area. My neighborhood just flows right into Dr. Toles's neighborhood. So the concerns are the same. So I'm going to divide my community meetings into 3 meetings. First one's going to be the East Gadsden meeting, January 28th at 6 o'clock at the venue. There's going to be a tour of the venues at 5:30 for those that would like to have a quick tour of our new facility. And then I have not set a date for downtown, which is the part of my district. The Edenwood area comprises 10% of the registered voters for District 4, so I'm going to have a separate meeting for them, and then 62% of District 4 voters reside in Country Club and Clubview, and we'll have a separate meeting for that district, for that section of the district. I just think that the neighborhoods probably have different concerns, and so in order to get right to those concerns, to have 3 separate meetings to be a little more responsive to those citizens in those areas. And end on a positive, real good note. Yesterday, I attended a reception at Gadsden City High School, which Gadsden City High School this year has 4 National Merit Scholars semifinalists. And that's represents less than 1% of the students in the United States. I think it's less than 16,000 students receive this recognition. I'd like to pat our city attorney, Lee Roberts, on the shoulder. His son, Linton, was one of the 4. And we hope to have them. I'm going to invite them to come here at the city council meeting in the very near future so they can be properly recognized by the mayor and the council and by our city. Very proud of our students, very proud of our teachers and our school system for this effort that, that's not just a one-year effort. That effort's been going on for about 12 years for those students. So, and they're all going to get full scholarships to basically the college, university of their choice. And it's something that we should celebrate as a community and encourage others to follow their dreams, whatever those dreams may be. So just wanted to recognize that group of students, and I'm sure you'll be hearing more about them. Thank you.
Councilman Wilson.
I have no remarks, Madam President.
Councilman Cannon.
Thank you, Councilwoman President. I'd just like to say that I got a call yesterday from an 85-year-old woman. She was trying to go into business in Canterbury Station. She got out of her car, and there was a lady that scared her. The same old thing, holding up signs, needing money to work, needing food. I don't know what it is, but all around Alabama City now, you see these people holding up signs, need work, want food, and all this stuff. Well, 90% of them, you ask them to go buy them something to eat. They don't want the food. They want the money. They're not going to spend that money for food. So I'm asking the police department if they would, they could beef up protection over in Alabama City, try to protect some of these ladies out there that's really scared of what's going on over there. Every time I see the people out, I'm gonna start calling the police. Because, everybody can work. If you're not disabled, you can work. And there's two down there that's been doing this, I know, for the last 9 months. They just move over from corner to corner. When we call the police, they'll move over to the next little building. So it's just an ongoing thing. And I just wanted to know in Alabama City, we're going to try to do something about this in District 6. And anytime you see these guys, as ladies or gentlemen or kids, whoever it is out there holding up the sign, just call the police and let the police check them out. They'll eventually get the hint and maybe they'll leave Gadsden. I mean, it's just causing a lot of problems for us over there, and I'm just worried about the people because eventually something's going to happen over there, I'm afraid. That's all I got. Do what? I'm sorry.
Councilman Reed.
I would just say amen to what Johnny said. I don't have anything else.
If there's nothing else, I ask for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
What day?